Are you ready to master the arts of dreams and shadows? The Dream Reaver is an illusion-based spellcaster who can harness the terrifying powers of fear, frenzy, and calm. But this build goes far beyond the ordinary. By diving into Lorerim's expanded magic, with sleep and nightmare as the basis for the Dream Reaver, this character can lull foes into a deep slumber, trap them in their dream realms, or shatter their minds with visions of unspeakable horror. With unparalleled control over the battlefield, you'll manipulate your enemies like puppets, weaving fear and confusion while cloaking yourself in shadows. This build is for players who seek an unconventional path, one that combines elegance, cunning, and devastating magical power. Let's explore every element of this build, from the race and birthsign to traits, religion, and the epic backstory, along with the perks and a unique magical arsenal that makes the Dream Reaver a nightmare on the battlefield. The Dream Reaver's journey begins with their race. Choose Breton, a race renowned for their natural resistance to magic. With its natural 20% magic resistance, Bretons are shielded against the very energies they wield, making them ideal for a build steeped in arcane power. Under the stars, the Dream Reaver is born under the sign of the Apprentice, granting an astounding plus 100 magicka and 300% magicka regeneration. The Apprentice's downside, a 20% weakness to magic, would be significant, if not for our choice of Breton, whose racial resistance negates this flaw. This combination creates a wellspring of magical energy to fuel your spells while maintaining durability against enemy casters. Every Dream Reaver carries a unique essence. This one embodies the Soul Reaver trait. This trait enhances all enchantments by 10%, giving your enchanted weapons and armor an edge over your foes. However, power does come at a price. The Soul Reaver deals 10% less damage, with weapons and armor offering 10% less protection. The trade-off pushes the Dream Reaver towards cunning strategy, magical prowess, and the mastery over enchantments, rather than brute force. We've also gone for the Unbounded trait, so not wearing gloves, but increases our spell power by 10%. The Dream Reaver's soul belongs to Vaermina, the Daedric Prince of nightmares and dreams. By worshipping Vaermina, you align with the forces of sleep, illusion, and fear. Vaermina grants blessings that enhances your manipulation of the dreamscape, bolstering your illusion spells and empowering your control over your enemies' minds. To fully embrace this path, undertake her quest, seek her shrine, and embody her will in all things.
My name is Catriana Ravenscrest, once a proud daughter of Rivenspire, a land of shadowed beauty within Daggerfall. I was born into privilege, the kind that gilds one's life in fine silks and shrouds the harsher truths of the world. My days were filled with the soft murmur of courtiers, the shimmer of chandeliers, and the thrill of admiration. Men spoke of my raven black hair and called me a beauty. Women envied the latest fashions I wore. My life was destined to be one of comfort, wealth, and prestige. I was even betrothed to a lord, a match that would have elevated my family's name further. That life ended on a day that began as any other. It was a fine morning when I took my horse for a ride beyond the bounds of our estate. As I galloped through a forgotten path near the cliffs, my gaze fell upon something unusual. It was a small idol, no taller than a man's hand, carved from a stone darker than night and adorned with strange, intricate designs. I dismounted, drawn to it by a pull I could not explain. It seemed to call to me in a way that defied reason, so I took it home and placed it among my belongings. I should have left it where it lay. The days that followed were a descent into madness. A shadow crept over Rivenspire, not of weather, but of the mind. People began speaking of nightmares so vivid and terrible that they could no longer sleep. They grew gaunt and paranoid, muttering about phantoms and horrors unseen. Some fled, driven to the brink of sanity, while others succumbed to darker fates. Fires broke out in the night. Friends turned on each other as though possessed. Yet, amidst this growing hysteria, I remained untouched. No nightmares plagued me. No whispers clawed at my sanity. At first, I thought myself fortunate. Soon, I realized my survival was yet another mystery in this hellish tale. My betrothed, once a gentle and honourable man, was not spared the chaos. One evening, his eyes darkened with madness. He came for me with a dagger in hand. "It's you," he spat, his voice twisted and guttural. "You brought this upon us." I fought him off, my hands trembling as I clutched the idol and fled. My heart shattered as I ran through the burning streets of my town. The bodies of those I had known my entire life lay broken and lifeless, and the air was thick with the acrid stench of ash and blood. With only the clothes on my back and the strange idol in my bag, I made my way to Wayrest. There, amidst the relative safety of its bustling streets, I tried to forget. Yet, forgetting was not so simple. At first it was just a whisper, faint, sweet, almost kind. "You were not affected," the voice said. "You are special." The words were a balm to my wounded soul. Who was I to deny such comfort? The voice became my solace in the weeks that followed, filling the silence when I lay awake at night. It whispered of power and destiny, painting visions of grandeur in my dreams that I could not ignore. I began to feel changed. Where once I wept for Rivenspire, now I dreamed of what I might become. One night, as the whispers lulled me into a deep and dreamless sleep, I finally gathered the courage to ask, "Who are you?" The answer was like velvet and ice, thrilling and terrifying all at once. Vaermina. The name struck a chord deep within me, and I knew in that moment that my path was irrevocably altered. I could not stay in Wayrest, nor could I return to Rivenspire. The dreams and whispers grew louder, urging me to go north, to Skyrim. There, Vaermina's cult awaited, or so the voice promised. It spoke of a temple shrouded in mist, where dreams were shaped and reality bent to the will of the faithful. So here I am, a noblewoman no longer. The silks and jewels of my former life have been replaced by coarse travel garments and a sturdy pack. My hands, once soft and unblemished, are calloused from the road. Yet I feel no regret. The woman I was, the pampered, naive girl who danced in Rivenspire's halls, is gone. In her place stands someone, far stronger. I have embraced the whispers, the dreams, and the shadows that guide me. I am Catriona Ravenscrest, and I will find Vaermina. The nightmares that once tore my town apart will become my allies. The power that destroyed Rivenspire will be mine to wield. And perhaps, when I have claimed my place among Vaermina's chosen, I will finally understand why I was spared. The path ahead is uncertain, but one thing is clear. I was not meant for an ordinary life. I was meant for something far greater, something born of shadow, dream, and destiny.
The Dream Reaver is more than just a magical spellcaster. She's a seeker of forbidden knowledge, a manipulator of fate, and an agent of nightmares. Her journey through Skyrim is one of transformation, power, and ultimate darkness. Let's break down her journey and the goals that define her story. Illusion magic lies at the core of the Dream Reaver's power. The Dream Reaver will study at the College of Winterhold to refine her skills, mastering spells of fear, calm, and frenzy to control her enemies' minds. But her ambitions don't stop there. She will seek out the secrets of dream magic and shadow magic, through forbidden tomes and ancient ruins, pushing her abilities beyond the mortal limits. The Dream Reaver's journey also begins in search of Vaermina's cult. Following the whispers of the Daedric Prince's influence, she uncovers the location of the infamous Skull of Corruption, an artifact capable of manipulating dreams and spreading terror. Obtaining this artifact makes a turning point in her descent into darkness. As her connection to nightmares deepens, the Dream Reaver's morality erodes. Wielding the Skull of Corruption, her path naturally leads to the Dark Brotherhood, where her mastery of fear and manipulation makes her an invaluable assassin. Whether she views her actions as a service to Vaermina, or simply just another step in pursuit of power, is for you to decide. To further her dominion over dreams and shadows, the Dream Reaver will embrace vampirism, either in search of a vampire to embrace Sanguinaire Vampiris, or even becoming a servant of or even becoming a servant of Lord Harkon in the Dawnguard expansion. As a vampire, her affinity for the night deepens, and her illusion spells gain additional potency. The eternal darkness of vampirism mirrors her growing allegiance to Vaermina and solidifies her transformation into the ultimate creature of shadow and terror. Beyond her main journey, the Dream Reaver has other goals that shape her legends. She will track down powerful Daedric relics to complement her growing arsenal, including the Black Star, the Ring of Namira, and most importantly, the Ogma Infinium. Through manipulation, assassination, and alliances, she could subtly influence the civil war in Skyrim to her advantage, sowing chaos and fear wherever she goes. And it does not matter whether or not you side with the Stormcloaks or the Imperials on this one. Go with whatever your heart decides. Venturing to Solstheim after hearing rumours of growing power, the Dream Reaver will go to face Mirak, a figure whose mastery of the mind and influence rivals her own. Their conflict will determine the true master of fate and domination within the lands of Tamriel. The Dream Reaver's playstyle revolves around control, manipulation, and terror. Unlike traditional spellcasters who focus on raw damage, this build excels at bending the minds of her enemies, creating opportunities for strategic strikes and turning foes against one another. Let's break down her tactics and the spells she uses to dominate the battlefield. In combat, the Dream Reaver rarely faces her enemies head on. Instead, she is in the background sneaking, using the illusion magic and dream magic to disorientate, weaken, and control. Here's how she approaches various scenarios. With crowd control magic, she'll often use fear or frenzy to scatter or pit enemies against each other. This ensures chaos reigns while you remain undetected and untouched. Stealth and shadows, using invisibility or ghost step, or even darkness spells to avoid detection, reposition, or prepare devastating master spells, such as a miasma spell. Against stronger foes, she'll use calm to reset combat, or rout to weaken their armor rating, following up with powerful master spells, or even the shadow spells. However, there is one spell in particular, and that would be Whispers of Death. That will give this build an overwhelming advantage. She'll also utilize sleep magic to incapacitate her foes while recovering her resources, and then using spells such as Nightmare to either instantly kill them while they're sleeping, or to cause debuffs among the enemies. The Dream Reaver thrives on subtlety, magic, and precision, and her gear is tailored to enhance her unique playstyle. Let's dive into the specifics of her weapons and enchanted clothing, designed to maximize her effectiveness as a manipulator of fear and shadow. As a master of illusion and dreams, the Dream Reaver avoids any armor, instead opting for enchanted clothing that bolsters her magical prowess and stealthy approach. Here's a breakdown of the ideal enchantments for her attire. I've gone with a dress enchanted with illusion spell cost reduction and magicka regeneration to cast fear, calm, and frenzy spells with minimal magicka expenditure. And we can either choose either a hat or a circlet, again with magicka regeneration and a flat increase to your magicka to ensure a steady pool of energy for spell casting. With her boots, we have enchanted them with stamina, as well as sneak enchantments to be harder to detect. With her amulet, we have added a magic resistance to further shield herself against enemy casters, and illusion spell cost reduction. Again, all of our spells are illusion. And here is the special enchantment. We have used the Master Enchanter perk to craft a ring with 3 enchantments to reflect her needs. Illusion spell cost reduction, a court enchantment for maintaining steady flow of magic, sneak bonus, strengthening her ability to strike or evade undetected, and magicka regeneration, ensuring rapid recovery between engagements. There is an optional second amulet though, enchanted with health and stamina enchantments. While the Dream Reaver primarily relies on magic, she keeps a few tools at her disposal. The Skull of Corruption is a must-have for this build. It is your ultimate weapon, allowing you to harvest the dreams of sleeping people and unleashing devastating nightmares upon your enemies in combat, with a chance to instantly kill them. With backup staffs, they can be enchanted with fear or paralyze, again to maintain control over large groups of enemies, as well as a few destruction staffs too with AoEs. And then there's always the option for daggers. For stealth takedowns, you can use a dagger enchanted with absorb stamina, health. While not a primary focus, it does fit her shadowy assassin-like persona. To complement her enchanted gear, the Dream Reaver relies on potions to maintain her edge, using Fortify Illusion potions, Invisibility potions, and Magical Restoration potions. These will be great for extended fights, as well as even just setting up before battle. The Dream Reaver's gear reflects her mastery of the arcane arts and the subtlety of shadows. With carefully chosen enchantments and weapons, she becomes a true nightmare on the battlefield, untouchable, unstoppable, and unforgettable. The Dream Reaver is a character born in mystery and darkness, a master of fear, manipulation, and forbidden magic. From her descent into shadow to her rise as a nightmare incarnate, this build offers a journey unlike any other. Whether you're weaving spells of illusion, commanding the dreamscape, or wielding Daedric artifacts, the Dream Reaver brings a unique and haunting presence to Skyrim. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you did enjoy it, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more unique builds and Skyrim adventures. Let me know in the comments how you would shape your Dream Reaver, and share your stories for conquering Tamriel with the powers of dreams and illusion. Thank you again, and as always, I'll see you next time. Peace out. Bye.